So usually for Juneteenth, I love to sing "Lift Every Voice and Sing," but I don't have the karaoke version available right now, so I can't really do it. But lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring. And then y'all know the rest of the words. Happy Juneteenth, everybody. Let's go ahead and get into this black ass show that we have lined up for you. Let's hit the intro. Please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Y'all already know what to do. What's up, everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode of Talk the Real Deal with AT2. And today is our special Juneteenth episode. What's up, everybody? Let me say what's up to the people before we start. What's up, Pure T? What's up, Sun? What's up, Shawnee? I love seeing my members in here. What's up, Diamond? Who else we got in here? It's got to be Destiny. What's up, Denitria? Hello. Kay, Winnie. Thank you. Okay, so the last portion of the show is going to be the call-in portion. Remember, you guys know I hate doing panels. So when you get up here, I'm not even going to ask you questions. You get 2 minutes to sound off. If you're white or any other race other than black, you get 1 minute. So the question is, are you in support of reparations? Yes or no? You got your little time to explain. As soon as the 2 minutes hit, I'm dropping your ass. We don't care about anything else you got to say. Keep it on reparations, and that's it. But before we get to that point, we are going... That's why y'all never want to click my link, because I always give y'all a whole bunch of rules and shit like that. You know I'll be annoyed. What's up, Miss Barbara? What's up, beautiful? What's up, Adrian? Hello. All right. But first, have y'all heard about this situation with Synergy in Wilson, North Carolina? So it was this black woman there, right? She went to go to get her car serviced or whatnot. And then the people working there, they're all like, oh, why are the banks closed? You know, and somebody said, oh, for Juneteenth. And they were like, oh, what is that? That's like some kind of made up holiday. So the black woman was all like, hey, get my car. I'm ready to go. Get my car. She got her car and she walked out. She did it right. She didn't like beat nobody ass. She didn't try to, go back and forth with them. She's just like, get my shit and I'll leave. I respect her for that. I love her for that. Shout out to her. So we're actually going to go ahead and play it. So what happened was that when the lady told this story, Synergy thought, oh, well, let's reveal the surveillance camera footage to defend ourselves and show like, oh, this lady was just being overdramatic for no reason. Once they released that surveillance footage, it even made the situation worse. It made it 10 times worse because it proved that that lady was telling the truth. And shout out to everybody in North Carolina. You know, the Carolinas is kind of like my home base because my grandma was she was from South Carolina, but I do have family in both the Carolinas. Shout out to y'all. Yes, Shonda, true queen, exactly. Where the hell I put the video? Hold on. It's always some kind of discourse and shit like that for me. Y'all watching the NBA Finals? All right, here we go.
Oh, then we're good, yeah.
Yeah, the first when I went to the bank, I got it.
Yeah, that's fine. I can do you already. That's fine.
What Star Trek music?
The bank closed Juneteenth. New holiday they did a few years ago. Okie dokie, then.
I know, right? My fucking truck. Pull my truck around. Please. Pull my truck around. And give me my keys to my truck. I don't want this done. Please go get my truck.
Oh, let me rewind that back.
Okie dokie then.
I know, right? Pull my fucking truck. Pull my truck around. Please. Pull my truck around.
She said, "Give me my fucking truck. Pull my truck around."
And give me my keys, my truck. I don't want this to them. Please go get my truck. Thank you. Is it this one right here? Yeah, no, it's a birthday problem.
Hey, Matt, you said Juneteenth was a holiday tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm not. Like,
You got that, so-
here, was like,
Yeah, that's what I was making. So it's for the Juneteenth.
I don't even know what is Juneteenth.
Exactly, nobody really knows, but I think it's something to do with reparations or something.
Juneteenth has nothing to do with reparations. She was like, "What's Juneteenth?" And he goes like, "I think it has something to do with reparations." All right. So yeah, that was the video right there, you guys. So again, shout out to that queen. She went ahead and was all like, "You know what? You don't need my money." And she had every right to do that. I actually appreciated that she stood on business. Is all like, "Give me my shit. Let me get out of here." Because here's the thing. So Juneteenth, Black people have celebrated it, right? And it's been a thing in the community where we knew about it. Juneteenth wasn't technically new to us. But I will say Juneteenth is not taught in schools at all. I never remember hearing anything about Juneteenth in school. Never. It's always like it's that part of Black history that you learn outside of school. You know what I mean? So with that being said, I get that certain people don't know what it's about or don't understand it, right? However, now that it has become a federal holiday, and it's been a federal holiday since 2021, you should know, especially when people are getting the day off, the banks are closed, you should fucking know. And I think it's one thing where, okay, not everybody knows everything, so you want to educate people. But I think Black people are at the point where we don't want to be educating everybody for the rest of our lives. It's not our job to be a teacher. Black people, it is not our job to be a teacher. I'm going to repeat that for a third time. Black people, it is not our job to be a teacher. If they don't understand it and they don't get it, they just don't want to get it. I'll repeat that one more time. If they don't understand and they don't get it, they just don't want to understand, or they just don't want to get it. Simple as that. Because easily you could plug into your Google, what is Juneteenth? Because I used to say, oh, well, it's like it, and I don't like comparing it because it's two different things. I don't like saying, oh, well, Juneteenth is like 4th of July for Black people. I don't like to disrespect it like that. Because we weren't even free during Independence Day, 4th of July. So I don't even like comparing it like that. You know? So for the dumbass in the back, what he could have easily did, let me share this on my screen real quick. Hold on. Because Google is free. You know? Google is free. Could have easily seen it right there. Juneteenth, also known as Freedom Day, is a holiday commemorating the end of slavery in the United States. It is observed annually on June 19th, marking the date in 1865 when enslaved people in Galveston, Texas, learned of their freedom, 2 years after the Emancipation Proclamation. Easy as pie. Has nothing to do with reparations. But we do need our reparations. But have nothing to do with reparations at all. He could have easily looked that up. And what I appreciate about that Black woman who was all like, get my shit, give me my fucking car. I appreciate that she stood on business. Don't give people your money that don't respect you. That don't respect your people. And the fact that they felt so comfortable in front of that black woman to have that conversation and just laugh like, oh, it's a made-up holiday. It tells you everything you need to know about those people. They don't give a damn. They don't give a fuck. And then the fact that it wasn't her hidden camera, Synergy, they released the footage to try to defend themselves. And when they released that footage, it made them look worse. And now look at you. Now, I know as of today, they have like a one-star rating. Like they've been bombarded with bad reviews. And, you know, a lot of people will say like, oh, well, you know, you're hurting people's business and that's not right, blah, blah, blah. Honestly, to tell you the truth, fuck your business. Fuck your business. Because no matter if you agree or don't agree, you are in a professional setting. You are there to do a job. I don't give a fuck what you think about the holiday, but you are there to do a job. And again, it's the disrespect they felt so comfortable having that conversation in front of that black woman like she didn't exist because they weren't having it with her. If anything, I would have been like, black lady, can you explain what Juneteenth is to me? You know, or can we have a conversation? The fact that they didn't give a damn or even care tells you everything you need to know. Technically, all holidays are made. Ding, 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 ding. Right, Shawnee. Right. That's nasty work. Exactly. Yes, ignorance is the real pandemic. You're right. You're right, Cammie. And that's the thing. All holidays are made up. So we can, if you want to have that conversation, we can have that conversation. All holidays are made up. So what now? But again, they will only have these conversations about anything that has to do with black people. That's just the truth. And shouldn't you be happy that you're getting holiday pay? If your company not giving you holiday pay, then that's one thing. But shouldn't you be happy you're getting holiday pay or getting paid for the day? Like, what is the discourse? Because do you say anything about Columbus Day? Which I thought that was already Indigenous Day. I thought they already changed it, y'all. I guess some people still celebrate the Columbus Day. Shit, a holiday that we need to cancel is President's Day. And that kind of leads us to our next subject, you guys. So Donald Toupee Orange Man Trump decided to tweet this, or truth social, whatever you want to call it, on Juneteenth. Too many non-working holidays in America. It is costing our country billions of dollars to keep all of these businesses closed. The workers don't want it either. Soon we'll end up having a holiday for everyone's I think he meant everyone working wait, hold on. No, I'm reading it wrong. Soon we'll end up having a holiday for every once working day of the year. It must change if we are going to make America great again. Donald Trump, your little rally that you had for your celebration for the military that you had on your birthday, you could have canceled that shit. You could have saved money on that. But instead, you want to be like North Korea with your orange ass and have that little celebration because you think that you're a dictator. At this point, Donald Trump hates black people. And for all of y'all who want to say, oh, no, he doesn't hate black people. He just wanted to no, fuck you and your mama and your daddy. And this time I'm saying fuck you. So anybody who get confused like, oh, he said F you to my mama. Yes, I did. In this situation, yes, I did. Yes, I did. And the reason being is because if you look at all the shit that he has done since he's been in office, it's everything targeted. The biggest F you to black people, well, shit, no, there's plenty of them. But what was obvious to me was this whole, the Afrikaners, the white South Africans, they needed to be freed from a genocide and all this shit. That lets you know that he don't give a fuck about black people because first, they're not having a genocide. And you know, over 80% of the land in South Africa is owned by white people. And you know how big the population of white people it is in South Africa? Do y'all know the percentage of the population of white people in South Africa? I'll let y'all guess. The number is going to blow your mind. Mind you, they own 80% of the land, over 80%, but they make up a small minority of the population. Go ahead and guess. 30 seconds. $7.3. Hold on, let me pull it up for y'all. Let me share it. Here we go. The most recent South African census conducted in 2022 indicates that there are 4,504,252 white South Africans, representing 7.3 of the total population. Now, I have seen where it said 10%, so maybe it did increase, but it's only 7.3. And mind you, regarding all that, the South Africans are being killed, it's just like this country, how they like to say black on black crime. Well, white on white crime it's a pandemic too, because everybody kills people within their own proximity. There's not a whole bunch of black South Africans killing white South Africans. It's not that at all. It's literally they don't want to give up their land. And mind you, the 80-something% of land that the white South Africans own, that was stolen from the black South Africans. And they're trying to correct the disparity. Just like the reason why Elon Musk can't open Starlink in South Africa is because 30% of the business, you have to make sure that the money comes back to the black South Africans to address that wealth gap in between them. So again, there's a lot of shit that they play in front of your face and try to make it seem like, just like the DEI thing, they try to make it seem like black people were getting opportunities and jobs over them. No. Who was the biggest recipient of DEI? Who favored them? It was white women, just like affirmative action. So it was a whole bunch of Stephanie Collins. Shout out to Stephanie. I don't think she's here right now. But it was a whole bunch of Stephanie Collins that got the jobs and got into colleges and shit like that. It's not black people. But they market their hate towards black people because it's an easy sell. Unfortunate, but hey, it's the truth. Yes, right, son. Yeah, thieves. Oh, yeah, and Melissa's. Yeah, the damn Melissa. Now, Melissa claims to be black, but no, Melissa is white. What's up, everybody coming in the room? Darius, Netta, I see y'all. And please hit that like button. All right, so the last topic. So, like I said, now I did TikTok. I put it on all my social media, but it started on TikTok. And there's black people who say like, oh, well, we're not actually free and all this other stuff. And listen, I get it. I understand the mindset, but damn, just take the holiday for what it is. Like all that discourse y'all want to do that on Christmas, Hanukkah, Cinco de Mayo. Do it on another day. Like, don't do it on Juneteenth. Like I said, black people have been celebrating Juneteenth for the longest time. And now that it's commercialized and stuff like that, I get, the nuance of like, okay, they're going to take this holiday and try to capitalize off it. I get it. However, it does have meaning to it. It has a meaning. And granted, that just means that if it's commercialized, then commercialize with the black people. Make sure you spend your money with a black business. Like, I went to a black restaurant. Support a black business. That's how you keep the money within the black community. Support a black business. That's the best thing that you can do. But all that discourse about, oh, we need to do this and we need to do that. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Just take it for what it is, damn it. Shit. And talk about it tomorrow, not the day of. Shit, enjoy your day off and then talk about it tomorrow. Well, some people, they reserve it on, I think it's actually reserved on Friday, and some people get off Friday instead. But yeah, like I said, if we gonna cancel anything, cancel President's Day, because that's some bullshit. That is some bullshit. Cancel President's Day. But shout out to y'all. I appreciate everybody in the chat right now. Okay, so as I said, we can have the conversation about reparations. As you guys know, I am a proponent. I am very for reparations. I want my money and I want it now. And I've always been one of the people to say, like, I don't need an actual check, but if it's something like, okay, no taxes for black people, free housing, free college, free healthcare, if it's benefits like that, okay, I don't need a check, but I'm for reparations. However you want to give it to us, I'm for it, right? So I know some people have made the argument that, oh, well, I don't want nobody to be able to tell me, like, oh, they gave me a handout, blah, blah, blah. They're already saying that you're on welfare. They're already saying that you ain't shit. You take all the Section 8. You take all the food stamps. They think you dumb. They don't think you smart. They think that you live in filth. All they see is some ghetto hood rat, and they think that is you. They already think the less of you. At least if the motherfuckers are going to talk shit about us, give us our money. You know? Give us our money. I'm okay with you thinking the worst of us. I don't give a damn. Just give us our money. So who cares? Oh, well, I want to be able to say I did it on my own and I didn't get a handout, blah, blah, blah. Okay, that sounds great. But listen, anytime white people get a handout, they don't go like, oh, I don't want a handout. No, white people take their handouts. So in this case, we need to be like the white folks and take the handout. Money or land, agree. Bump that, hand me what's owed. Give me land and a starter pack for a house. Nice. Miss me with the bull. Yes, exactly. These are two separate things. They can just give us the same deal as they gave the GIs after World War II. Neither of my grandfathers got the GI bill. Yes, and that's another thing. A lot of our people didn't get that. They didn't get access to that. Listen, they came back home and was still, treated like NIGGERs. They were quickly reminded. Yeah, money or land is perfect. Right. Crazy thing is that the white people, you described them, they are the largest on the system. Exactly. And listen, if it was, you got to think about it this way. If it was largely just black people off the system, there would be no more system. One of the reasons why we don't have free healthcare, free college, is because they didn't want black people to have it. Look it up. I'm telling you, look it up. The real truth about why we don't have free college and free healthcare, they didn't want black people to have it. They rather make everyone suffer than to give it to black people. It's dangerous to generalize regardless of race. It creates more separation and discord. Did I generalize? Or you mean just in general? Facts, right? Someone on the post made the statement that we already get reparations, i.e. food stamps. Oh, I seen that. Yeah, and I liked it and hearted it like an asshole. Yep. Hmm. I hope they hear. I would love if they click the link. Hmm. There's free college in some places across the U.S. Yeah, like I know if you're a resident in San Francisco, if you're like a resident there for however many years, I don't know what exactly is, but however many years, you can get like free. It's free community college. And then I think Texas also passed something, but I'm not from Texas, so I don't know the exact law. But I think Texas passed something for free college. Exactly. They have always made arrangements to keep the black generation from benefiting, and they gave it to the people with our color. Oh, Miss Barbara, here you go with the Africans and Caribbeans. I did. It's supported by Google. 2+ years, I believe. Ain't nobody thinking about that witch that can't spell her and her cats. Wait, what witch? Not a witch. There's a few witches, wink wink, but I don't know which one. Well, they still in that too because it's more of them getting link than any. I was like, yep, community college. New York has it too. I know that facts. Mayo does not share that. They'll burn it to the ground before they share it. Yes. Which? What witch? Everybody's wondering what witch. Yeah. Tell us what witch it is. We want to know. Who can't spell and have a cat. You think we'll ever have another Black Wall Street? That's a good question. Possible. Possible. But I think the people that can build that are all selfish. The people who can do it are very selfish. I do think that. But I would love, that's a good question. I would love for another Black Wall Street. The lady that commented on the post, I didn't want to say the B word. Under my post? Likes cookouts too. I hate when racists talk about Section 8, welfare, etc. Like Black people are the only ones who use it when most recipients are broke ass white folks in places like West Virginia or Kentucky. Yep, that's true. All we really need to do is figure out how to create our own system. We need gatekeepers again. I agree. I read that one. I wanted to as well. Oh, underneath. Okay, I see what you mean, Destiny. Thank you. Yeah. Your link is. Oh, the link's not working? I think that's a Miss Barbara problem. Are you sure the link doesn't work? Stephanie, did you pay your reparations? You only allowed to make 2 comments. This is for Black people. This is for Africa. Africans. Shout out to Dr. Umar. Oh, thank you, Winnie. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm at 62.5. Musty is benefited. Yeah, he has government subsidies. Just like that's not called welfare, but technically that is welfare. Now, is it Colette? Colette, isn't there something that the mayor signed to try to get the survivors? Well, there's actually only one survivor, but like give the not recipients, the people of the families that died during the Tulsa are affected by the Tulsa, Oklahoma massacre. I think the mayor signed something, or he's suing. Did you hear? Thank you. Okay, I did say it right, Colette. Did you hear about that? I just said that laugh out loud. I wasn't generalizing if that was about me. Yeah, they didn't clarify. I don't know who it's about. Corporate welfare queens, exactly. And you know it's so crazy because I guess if you're a business owner, you don't really they don't consider that welfare. Just like remember Barack Obama bailed out the banks? That was welfare. Ooh, thank you, Stephanie. I appreciate that. Thank you. Happy Juneteenth. Exactly. The people that benefit the most from Section 8 are the ones that own the buildings since the subsidies go to them. The people just use it use it and are penalized for using it. Yes. Because I heard like if you have a Section 8 recipient, you get paid like in the middle of the month. So you get your money like hella early. Yep. Appalachia. Yep. Yeah, next time make it 40. Remember I played that commercial and somebody was all like, be grateful?
Before I continue with my message, thank you, Sister Avanti, $10 coming on the Cash App. Thank you, sister. Next time, make it 20, but thank you for that 10. I know you barely had that. Thank you, sister.
And Stephanie did make sure that she made it 20. I gotta appreciate that. Black queens forever, snow bunnies never. Black queens forever. Y'all supposed to type in snow bunnies never. Black queens forever. Ah, you gotta love Dr. Umar. Are you in Tulsa? If you don't mind me asking, you don't have to answer. Oh, thank you, Stephanie. I wasn't even trying to dox the girl. I just thought about that too. I probably should have. Yeah. He is a grifter. He really is. It's crazy how like popular he has gotten with social media and stuff like that because now like white people love him. And I also think it's different and because people try to say like, "Oh, well, there should be like a white Dr. Umar, like somebody who does it for." No, there is. There are hate groups. The Ku Klux Klan, Proud Boys, the white nationalists. Yeah, that's y'all Dr. Umar. You know, y'all already got him. I know it's one of those things like you can't help but to like them. Did Miss Barbara figure out the link? Oh, thank you, Jackie. Oh no, I'm sorry about that. Oh shoot. I'll let Jackie tell you if she wants to. I don't want to say, but yeah, I hate that that happened. Um, your link don't work, Miss Barbara. I think it's you. Miss Barbara, do you have access to your DM? Can you check your DM? Hold on. This is what I'll do. I know what to do. I'm gonna just call Miss Barbara. I'm gonna call her and put her on speakerphone. That way I can hang up on her when she start talking crazy. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Here she go. Dang, it's hella low, y'all. Can y'all hear that? Miss Barbara, we're calling you. Hello? Miss Barbara? I think I actually got Miss Barbara's phone number. Hold on. Let's see. Miss Barbara, why you be having all these goddamn issues? Miss Barbara be pissing me off. Every goddamn day, Miss Barbara piss me. Miss Barbara is like Stephanie Collins. Stephanie Collins be pissing me off, and then Miss Barbara be pissing me off. And I do got her phone number. Let me call. She falling and can't get up.
I'm trying to get backstage, child.
Why can't you get backstage?
I don't know. It's saying something like you did something to your studio. It has, see, now I'm like, I'm on my phone, but I'm on my computer.
Oh, okay. Hey, can somebody click the link just to show me that it works? Yeah, somebody else try it real quick, you guys. I just dropped the link again.
Yes, drop the link because I got something to say. I'll be right there.
Okay. It suggested that an hour ago. Oh, I suggested that an hour. Oh, that's what you. Okay, ding, ding, ding. Okay, I got you, Jazz. Okay, is it working, you guys? You're backstage. I don't see you though. Yeah, I don't see you. How come it's not working? This is so weird. And I think I'm sharing the right link. It's a different link to a different show. What the heck? Oh, it does look like a different link. Hold on, y'all. Okay. Why is it giving me this thing on crack? I think it gave me a different link. You know what? I noticed too, I don't have that leaderboard on my phone. You know how like you have that leaderboard and it shows like when people send you super chats and stuff like that? I don't have that leaderboard for whatever reason. Okay, I pinned up the new link. So let me see. No, I couldn't see you back there. Oh, I see Cammy. Okay, Cammy. Okay. Thank you. Okay, so now it works. Okay, so I guess this is the right one. Okay, the link that I just pinned up, that's the right one right there. Okay, yeah, I see you, Stephanie. Colette, you got your internet not working, but it did say like you were back there. It does say you back here, but your internet is not working. Oh, it's giving you a link for a pre-recorded video that I did. That's what it's doing. Okay. Oh, thank you, Tina. I appreciate that. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's dope. Okay. So as I said, you guys got 2 minutes. Stephanie has 1 minute because she Caucasian, but you guys have to sound off. Are you for reparations or against it? Okay. I'm gonna get Stephanie, then Destiny, and then I'll get Miss Barbara last because Miss Barbara gonna piss me off. Here we go. Stephanie, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can see you now. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with my computer, but the link worked when I did it from my phone.
Okay. Yeah, I think your internet was also malfunctioning. Maybe. Um, no, I just I wanted to tell everybody that I just wanted to say that I don't I don't think it's appropriate for me to say Happy Juneteenth. I don't think that's really correct. I don't think that's I don't think that's a good move. Yeah, I don't think that's the best thing for a white person to do. But I did want to say that I am thinking about I do believe in reparations, and I just want to be the best ally I can be. So I'm commemorating to as I can, I guess. I just don't think I don't think it's right for me to say Happy Juneteenth.
You know what? There was somebody, not this year. Actually, no white person said it to me this year, but last year, somebody said, "Oh, Happy Freedom Day." They were like, "I don't know if I should put Happy in front." Kind of like there's another holiday like you feel awkward about putting Happy in front of it.
Memorial Day.
Yes, Memorial Day. Yeah, I feel awkward about Memorial Day.
Yeah, you should never wish a soldier a happy Memorial Day because it's not happy. It's not to celebrate. Like it's just to commemorate the dead, right? So yeah, and I just think it's inappropriate for a person of white to say Happy Juneteenth. I just don't think that's appropriate. So I'm not going to say that. I'm just going to say that I just I'm lifting y'all up today to the Lord.
Yeah, you appreciate us. That's
Yes.
yeah. All right, Stephanie, I love you, cuz. Thank you so much.
I love you too. Bye.
All right, bye. All right, let me let Destiny. Okay, Destiny, then Princess, then Miss Barbara. Okay, Destiny, you ready?
Can you hear
Hey,
me?
Destiny. Yeah, you sound good.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm okay. How are you? This is my first time, so I'm kind of nervous. But to answer your question, absolutely, because I had commented on your post that the Asians, they got the bill. We didn't get anything. At the Pearl Harbor, the Japanese, they got theirs. Again, we still haven't gotten anything. So what are we waiting for?
Right.
Say that the Native Americans, they definitely deserve it. They've been here first. So I ain't touching them. I ain't worried about them. But how come every other race outside of us gets everything that they want before we get ours?
Right.
Make it
And
make sense.
Jewish people also got reparations too as well.
Yep, due to the Holocaust. You're absolutely right.
Mm-hmm. But our
So
400 years don't mean nothing.
400, 1,000 plus. What you mean?
Right.
We been here. We be at the end of the day, ain't nobody asked to be here. We were forced here.
Mm-hmm.
So, hey, it's just the color of our skin. They want to be us, but they don't.
Exactly. One more thing, because I was watching this TikTok and this girl was all like, when people ask us, "Oh, like where are you from? Where you come from?" And most of us are, are just black because this is all we know. And so you're telling us like where we come from, but we've been here for over 400 years. So at the time, like with that being said, like we are American at the end of the day. Like screw everything else you want to put in front of it, but we are American. Just like white people are called American, we are also American too.
Yes. So I don't know. I mean, if it doesn't come, what I'm saying, during our lifetime, hopefully it'll happen during my son or during if he decided to have kids. He likes he only 2. So hopefully hopefully it'll come some way somehow. If I don't see it, hopefully he'll see it. If he don't see it, maybe his kids will see it. I don't know, but it's ridiculous.
Right. Somebody need to get it.
Somebody needs to get it. We ain't work hard for no reason.
Exactly. Destiny, thank you so much for coming up. I
Thank
appreciate
you,
you
thank
so
you, thank
much.
you. I'm about to go back to the chat. All right, baby.
All right, you have a good one. Oh, that was so cool. I love when first timers come up. Okay, Princess, and then I got you, Miss Barbara. You know, Miss Barbara, you know you gonna go crazy, so that's why I'm saving you for last. What's up, Princess? You on mute.
What's up, AT2?
And happy belated birthday, by the way.
Thank you. I'm out here being black.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
you even got the flag.
Yes, I do. I am wearing the flag as a skirt. I'm gonna post a picture. I got the flag on my shirt. It's real out here in the field. I just left the Juneteenth celebration, and I'm just cruising the streets to see. They say it's another one over here before I go home.
Oh, you
Just
going
so
to
I.
another one. Princess
Oh yeah.
about that life.
Oh, we out here. We out here.
Yeah, you going to
We got
all of them.
We got parties all weekend. All weekend. I'm still celebrating my birthday. So, man,
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
going to a couple of things Saturday and Sunday. So I was gonna go to the lake where we have the lake out here. I was gonna go there, but they actually brocaded it off. Like it's blocked off because like last year there was a shooting and all that. So they are like, we ain't letting y'all black asses over at the lake
So
tearing it up.
I live at the lake here. So I'm sure
Oh, okay.
I don't see nothing going on, so I'm finna go home. I am sure. I am 100% sure that when I get over by my house and I park my car, like I live walking distance, like soon, like I live in a cul-de-sac, and the
Mm-hmm.
cul-de-sac is the beach. So I can probably hear the Venezuelans and the blacks. Is the music probably gonna be like dooch 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 dooch. It's gonna be, or it's gonna be some real black music playing. Like I'm sure the beach is lit right now. Like until the police tell them to get out of there. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, some of the beaches on my way home because I have to ride the coastline to get home. They'll
Mm.
probably be barricaded and the police will be all over the place to keep like extra people from coming in and
Yeah. Coming in.
everybody's outside. So but anywho, fuck a work, fuck a job. And I'm off work for the summer till I get another job. Um
Oh,
Reparations.
yes,
Yes,
reparations.
we do deserve reparations, but I don't think we're gonna get them. Number one, because the white America and the rich white men still think that we should be indentured servants. So
Mm-hmm.
if they gave us reparations, it would be admitting wrong on their part. And they do not want to admit that they have done Black America wrong. That's why they're trying to erase it out of the history books and
Mm-hmm.
change everything because they do not want to say they're sorry and they do not want to admit wrongdoing by their ancestors and their lineage and to give us money or land which we are beneath them. This is why they're doing all of the things that they're doing in government now. And some people have admitted to voting with Orange 4547 on purpose because they are trying to do what's the word I want to say? It's a control of the race. So the
Mm-hmm.
purpose is to get the immigrants out. They don't want to taint the blood, and whites are becoming the minority versus the majority. So right now they're
Right.
trying to control the birth rate so the whites can continue to become majority instead of minority because the
Right, because
immigrant,
they don't care about us.
yeah,
That's not really the fight. They make it seem, when they say, "Oh, black women they abort so many babies." No, they don't really care. That's just a talking point that they use. They
that's
don't give a damn.
propaganda. It's not even fact. It's not
Exactly.
even
Ding, ding,
fact.
ding, ding, ding.
Propaganda. So when as long as they keep majority, that's what they care about, and that's also why they're doing what they're doing with the immigration to help keep the Latino and
Hmm.
Hispanic um, race from overcoming and mixing in and tainting all of this blood. And so,
Right.
if they don't have the upper hand, then that means we can have power. and we might be equal. Hence the decline. And I'm sorry, I got to take 5 minutes instead of 2. Hence the disintegration. That's the word I'm looking for, of DEI. And DEI is not just for Black people. Affirmative action started with Black people. DEI covers everything: Blacks,
Right.
women, trans,
That, yeah.
whatever's not a white man, right? So they want to cancel all of these things so that we will not have power. And this is all about a power struggle and money. It has nothing to do with us. So they're not going to give us reparations for the simple fact that they don't want us to have money so that we can win or we can be equal to them. Jewish people are adjacent to white. I don't have a problem with Jewish people. I have a problem with how we tiptoe around Jewish people and saying anything about this. White people can say niggers, and they could call us everything in the book, and they can use DEI as a way of a racial slur, and they can say all of this, but you cannot say anything about a Jewish person and you will get canceled. Why? That wasn't even in America. That's a German issue. But Americans weren't doing that. Jewish people came here for refuge, but we were here, and the Native Americans were here, and they give them a casino, which they still keep a little piece on the side, but we can't even get a casino. But they knew that we're going to give them casino, and we're going to continue to kill them by putting toxins in their neighborhoods and still taking over their land and still taking a piece of their land. We as Blacks have nothing. And I understand, and I got a card somebody just gave me about reparations. I'm fine with fighting for reparations and fighting for what is just due, but I am also being realistic. They have no plans to give it to us.
Oh, you right about that. You right.
They want us to go back to Black jobs, and that's it. I'm done.
Oh, thank you, Princess. I appreciate you coming up.
All right.
All right, have a good one. And be safe.
Happy Juneteenth.
Happy Juneteenth. Okay, I'm going to let Miss Barbara come up, and then I'm going to let Smooth come up. And Lynn, I'm going to go ahead and address this right now. Lynn said, AT2, I have been such a fan of yours, but how is Snow Bunny any different than the N-word? It's very different, by the way. Wow, you are no better than the racist white people. I'm out. And Lynn, I am totally fine if you're out of here, but here's my problem. I hate when white people come over here and then try to tell Black people how to conduct themselves. Don't come into a Black space and tell us how to conduct. And especially if you think Snow Bunny is the same as the N-word, then I know something is wrong with you. Because definitely that is not the fucking same. Let's be fucking for real about that. It is not the same thing. Not at all. And I hate that you would even make that dumb ass comparison saying that Snow Bunny is the same thing as the N-word. It is not. It is definitely not. It's not even on the level of saying cracker. It is not even on that level of saying Snow Bunny. So please don't make that comparison. You're going to come in a Black ass chat and on a Black ass channel and a Black ass chat and then try to come over here and tell us how to conduct ourselves because you feel uncomfortable about something. If you was to educate yourself, you would have been over here having a good fucking time with us. But instead, you got your sensitive ass over here trying to tell us how to act and tell us what to do. And I say this with all due respect, but fuck you. You are the problem with this country, trying to tell us what to do and how to conduct ourselves. Tell your fucking people how to fucking conduct themselves, and we wouldn't have these motherfucking conversations. All right, I'm gonna let Miss Barbara up here, and then I'm gonna let Smooth.
Hold on, I gotta take the camera off of that shit.
No, keep your camera on, Miss Barbara.
No, he told your white ass off. Right? Stand down.
I wish you would have told you was gonna say that before I drink.
Let me explain something to y'all. When Miss Barbara comes up here, she be dead serious to the gut. And the first thing I want y'all to know, the Black American people discovered America. All of that, the genuine, no. We came here in golden ships, okay? We came here from Egypt. You can say what you want to say.
No,
all right?
there's proof that there were Africans here.
No.
Yeah, there's proof.
Okay. So when I'm 62 years old and I lived in a place called Harlem, New York, and the whole community was Black, and then Bronx, New York had Spanish Puerto Ricans, and I come back after 30 years and there ain't no damn Black people in Harlem, and all these freaking immigrants is in New York. Up all this property, Obama Harris gave these bastards.
Miss Barbara, what's your thoughts on reparations? Because
all of these buildings.
Miss Barbara, we're having a conversation about the immigrants, damn it.
No. We're going to talk about reparations. Why we need them. Okay? People without color. They gave people without color our civil rights after we got lynched.
The Africans in the Caribbeans, right?
Whoa. I wish an African would pull up. Can't stand their asses. You understand me?
Miss Barbara, we are supposed to love everybody.
Get that Black ass out of America. They're not like us. Those Africans are not like us. Get your Black ass out of America.
I was not trying to start a Black diaspora war. I was trying to talk about reparations, Miss Barbara.
Okay, I'm talking about reparations because they need to know who the hell got to get it. Everybody that was suffering in the civil rights.
Well, Miss Barbara, that's the thing. Like, we don't even have to talk about the basis of Like, no, it would go to the Black Americans, like you say.
No. We got to go to the right Black Americans. Just because you got my color, you not me.
What does that mean, Miss Barbara? Am I you, Miss Barbara? I'm confused what you mean.
I'm not talking about you. You might be a Black ass American. You understand? I'm talking about
Happy
the rest
24 months.
Yes, you might be a little African. You understand? You might be.
No, Miss Barbara, don't play. Don't be trying to play with me. But yes, my ancestry is in Africa. Yeah.
Okay,
I did my DNA test.
I'm talking
the
about
one where they sold my information. I did my
DNA
test.
is not like these African people. Stop trying to be like me. We different. Black Americans, stop it.
Now we're about to have the dysphoria about whether or not we come. Listen, Miss Barbara, I understand. Listen, the argument that Black people have already been here, I don't disagree with that, right? But scientifically, if we go back to history, life started in Africa. So technically, that's where the first human was, in Africa.
Congratulations. Stay your ass in Africa. Because the Black American man is Jesus Christ's child. They don't want you to know that neither. Let me explain something to you. Hey, explain something to you. They changed our history. They fed us what they want us to believe, and they use us for slaves. They don't give us nothing, and they won't give us nothing. All they want to do is use us for our civil rights, our money to get money from the United Nations.
So, Miss Barbara, so are you for reparations or not? Damn it.
Oh, I'm definitely 100 for reparations, but I need to tell you who we need to sue to get it and why.
Okay, who do we need to sue to get reparations?
Facebook, NAACP, Red Cross, everybody that's been stealing money from the ghetto. And the damn NAACP that allowed the ghetto to be stolen from Black Americans. They took the check.
Wait, so the NAACP has the capability of giving us so did the NAACP get reparations?
We're gonna sue. We're gonna sue Facebook for
so we're gonna sue the Black organization instead of the people in government.
What happened? Listen,
Utica, you want us to sue the Black organization and not the government?
I want everybody getting sued. Line them up and F them up. Everybody getting sued. The NAACP, United States government, for entrapping our gang members and drug cartels, and they're not gonna make them sell their drugs. I was there with them. We had to sell United States drugs. United States wars were supported by the gang members selling drugs. Yo, I'm dead ass serious. I'm dead ass serious. You think it was a joke to see your big kingpin get taken down by the government because we out there hustling and we made about $500 million and the government locked his ass up and took every dime and then used the whole crew for slaves and got about 1,000. Get that nigga in there, 200,000 a year for him, feed him cat food. It's all slavery. It's all they did Tulsa in. We are build strong people. They will never give us anything. We have to leave America. We have to leave America, and we have to make places like Mexico.
So you want to go to Liberia? That's what they did.
Well, hell fucking no. We don't want to go where no damn Africans is. We going where the Spanish folks is. We going to Venezuela, Mexico. Yeah,
they have black people in Venezuela.
Oh, okay, whatever. We just want their little character. We don't want no Africans. Because from the very beginning of time, that's why we left and found America, because of them damn Africans. Hey, you don't know.
So then you're admitting that, yeah, your ancestry is in Africa.
I'm here already again. I came back. They sent me back. To tell
so they sent you back from Africa?
No, they sent me back from my time when the kings was ruling, to let y'all know that the kings and queens have risen. And I'm so serious.
Okay, Miss Barbara, thank you. I got 2 more people left because I want to do another show. Miss Barbara, thank you for all your discourse and your. Wait, Jason, I'm
serious.
Got a fan base.
I am serious. I will swear to this on my soul.
No, the problem is, Miss Barbara, I know your crazy motherfucking ass is serious. That's the fucking problem. You serious?
Yeah, I'm born again. I was sent back here, y'all. What I got to tell you.
Okay, love you, Miss Barbara. Okay, I'm gonna let Smooth up here. What's up, Smooth? How you doing?
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Well, that was interesting.
Miss Barbara be on one.
I don't blame her though. She angry.
Yeah, like, in the all craziness of what Miss Barbara say, I get what she's saying. It's just not polished in a way that makes sense, but you can kind of make sense out of certain points she makes, but it just be all over the place, and you feel like, wait, where the hell are we going? But enough of that. It's your time to shine. So reparations.
Well, I think they should pay what they owe, but I think if they were going to do it, they would have done it by now. So they doing everything that they can to not do it. Now, I mean, why do you need? Why do you need to have a committee to study and all of? You know what you owe.
Yes, all that studying gets on my fucking nerves. You don't need no study.
Yeah. It's just year after year after year after year. That's what they keep doing. If they wanted to do that, they would have done it. I don't think that's ever going to happen. I don't think that's ever going to happen. Not in my lifetime, anyway.
Okay, so I don't think it'll happen in our lifetime, but I feel like it will happen. And I feel that now is the time period where we kind of plant the seeds. And don't get me wrong, I know the seeds have been planted before us and stuff like that, but I feel like now is the push where we really need to plant those seeds. But more than just us, we need basically like the gatekeepers of the Black community to be on page, because I believe, because we live in a capitalistic society, they're like, well, I ain't worried about y'all. I'm worried about me and my pockets. Just like, I love Beyonce like anybody else. I love Beyonce and Jay-Z, right? However, at the end of the day, they are capitalists. This is why the tickets are $3,000. If they really cared about the people, it would be affordable, but they don't.
I mean, like everybody, I think everybody is pretty much out for themselves at this point, but we've been raised in a very capitalistic society. Like the song says, God bless the child that has their own, and everybody's trying to get their own. You know what I mean? It's not that's just been my mantra for years. It's like, okay, I got to get it in the mud. I got to, however I get it, because ain't nobody going to give it to me. Like I said, I believe they know what they owe. They should pay what they owe. They even know who they should be paying.
Right.
Because now
Because they
there's a
say,
big
oh, how do we find out if you really, you know?
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. They know who they should be paying, and there's this big divide within the community as to who all should be entitled to it.
Mm-hmm.
Like if your people just got here and they didn't go through slavery and everything, they don't feel like you should have anything. But then you have to also look at everything that was going on after slavery.
Right, exactly. And a lot of people just think it's slavery. No, it's all the law, Jim Crow, all the laws that kept us from getting
Gerrymandering,
ahead.
everything. Yeah.
Yep.
So I mean, just everything. And so when it's a big divide. And then there was a situation, I believe it, can't remember who it was. He was like saying, well, who you gonna give it to? And they thought that you should only give it to men, not women. What was his name?
Tariq Nasheed?
Yeah.
Oh, he said it should only go to the men.
Yeah, because I don't know if it was that red pill, blue pill type of crap or whatever. But he don't think that women should be in control over whatever in their household in terms of what they give. Now, I do think that you don't want to just give it to people that's just gonna blow it. You want to have it set up in a way that people can say, okay, this is how I'm going to enrich my community. I mean, it's one thing to set your family up, but you want it to be generational for years and years and years to come, where you take
But I would
care
also
of
like
the
a check
community.
too. I would also like a check.
Well, yeah, everybody would like a check.
It could be D, all of the above. That's how I feel.
But I just don't know how they're gonna do it. They don't want to do it. And the way everything is going and all the cuts and all this other stuff, are they gonna even have it? I'm just gonna be happy to have my damn Social Security because I've been paying it since I was 14.
Listen, let's hope it's still there because
I'm like, because if anything other than that, y'all just stole from me. You know how horrible that felt when you who when you 14 years old and you done worked, and who the hell is FICA? Why FICA taking money out my check? I ain't got that much at 14, So at this point, like I said, just give me what you owe.
Said they gonna write a $500 check and split it between.
They're not gonna do anything. But hey,
between all of us.
But hey, did you hear about these farmers though? They got some farming jobs.
Listen. So remember when Trump said, because I'm gonna let Margo up here in a minute, but remember when he said like the black jobs and stuff like that? So I didn't realize. So what they wanted to do was get rid of all the illegal immigrants, right? So then that way we would fill in those jobs, but you ain't getting us to do that shit. Hell no. Nah. That's too much like slavery. We ain't doing that work in no damn. Hell no.
I think that's what he meant by black jobs, and then I think the people that voted for that
jobs, not CEOs,
obviously felt like that's what they meant by black jobs. They sit up there going, "Well, ain't nobody taking these jobs." Well, y'all got rid of y'all workforce. Y'all voted to get rid of y'all workforce. Now y'all, and then you look at they just cut the Job Corps. They're trying to degrade the education system so that people will have no other recourse but to work in the fields.
Yeah, and federal jobs. I didn't know there was a large population of black people who work federal jobs too.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So now
people don't get that.
They thinking if they take all your other jobs away from you, they take your education away from you, they're gonna put you in these jobs. And I'm surprised at how much they paying. $11. They wasn't paying the migrant workers that.
Right. Yeah, I ain't made $11 since I was 11.
Yeah. I wish I might work for $11 in a field for 10 hours a day. No. I think that, like I said, I believe when he said black jobs, and I believe that the farmers who all voted for him, thought that
Mhm.
that was their contingency plan. That everybody was going to be jumping, everybody black was going to be jumping, because ain't none of them going to go out there and work in the field for 10 hours a
Right.
day.
Right. They wasn't, trust me, they wasn't thinking about themselves. They were thinking about, oh, we can get these people, talking about us, we can get these people to work them
Yeah.
jobs.
Even the black farmers have dwindled down. They don't even want to do their own land no more. They sell
Mhm.
it. A lot of them sold off their own land.
Oh, I was gonna say the people who did get reparations was the black farmers. They don't call it reparations, but basically they weren't able to get that the US aid. So
Right.
Biden had came with that law to give them fair treatment as far as getting money from the USAID. So
And
again,
so there was this big thing about why aren't there more black farmers complaining? Say, but you know what? When you live in this country, you black in this country, you know how to make do with whatever you got.
mm-hmm.
We know how to make it work. And
Yeah.
like the one farmer was saying, he's like, I know that I have to pay off every bill that, well, if we got rough times coming, I ain't got no debt.
Mm.
That's just period. I don't have no debt. I'm paying off as much as I can before our time get bad. The money's
Thank
not
you,
coming
beautiful, for
in.
correcting me. Yeah. But yeah, that's the thing. It's like no matter what hard times we go through, black people always make a way. That's one thing
Yeah.
about us. We will always make a way.
We
That's what I
we
love
know
about our
we
people.
we again, God bless the child that's got his own. We know we all we got. Period. So the black farmers have learned how to make it through rough times on their farms. They know how to take care of their land. They go back to the very basics. So the white farmers are like, well, how come they not complaining? Did they get something that we didn't get? No. They just ain't relied on all them programs that were available to y'all until
Right.
now.
But they didn't get access to those programs. That's the thing. So they had to make do with what they got.
Exactly.
And
So
Kimberly, you don't get to tell people how to spend I think you meant reparations. You don't know what their ancestors went through. Are you working for Master? I don't think that
well,
was
I
fair.
don't think anybody's trying to tell anybody how to spend it. I'm just saying
Yeah, I think we're just coming up with
it's
ideas
just
and solutions.
they're not gonna just give it to anybody.
Right.
They're
Well,
not
they
gonna
don't want
just
to give
give
it
it
to us at all. That's the thing.
they don't want to give it anyway, so it's gonna be hard to get it anyway. You probably have to come up with a business plan and everything else to submit it. The
Listen,
application
all
and the
them
red
studies, they
tape.
should have already came up with the plan with all them damn, like we were talking, all those
Yeah,
goddamn studies. They should have already had a plan.
they've been doing studies for 10 years at least.
No, but it's longer than that. They've been studying, I want to say, since the 80s.
If you had given, but then okay, so the different, when you talk about the different black communities throughout after Jim Crow or during
Mm-hmm.
Jim Crow, they gotta pay back for everything they did to Black Wall Street. They gotta pay back to all
Mm-hmm.
these communities they buried under water. They gotta pay back all of that.
Yeah, it's more than the 11 trillion they talk about. Oh, that's how much free labor we did. No, it's more than the 11 trillion because it's everything after slavery. It's not just slavery, it's everything after that too.
And every billionaire that built they empire off the back of slaves. Every
That's
billionaire
right.
in this country, every billionaire. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's a lot that's old. And you got people who say, well, you wasn't here when slavery. No, I wasn't here from slavery. But if my family had had the money that was owed to them,
Mm-hmm. That generational wealth.
exactly, I wouldn't need anything from you today. Not anything.
Exactly. I like how you put
So,
that. Smooth, thank you so much for coming up. I appreciate you.
all right.
All right, you have a good one.
All right, you too. Happy Juneteenth.
Yeah, happy Juneteenth. Exactly. I love Smooth. And by the way, you know who do the countdown music? That's Smooth who did that. So shout out to her. All right. I think this is Margot. Margot?
Hey, it's me.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. Happy Juneteenth.
Yes, happy Juneteenth. What you want to
I'm,
add
I'm,
to the conversation?
yeah, I literally realized that me and you had the same conversation on live a year ago.
It was 2
Literally,
years ago.
2 years ago. Yeah. I was like, oh, wait, I feel like we talked about this before. But I don't think people are realizing there's three things that can go wrong with reparations. And white folks are shysty, no offense. They're a little shysty. They can tax the mess out of us. Not us. I mean, I'm Ghanaian American, but they will tax the mess out of you. I'm not. Also, for Black people to be so scared of the government, you have to realize that for you to get the reparations, they're going to take your DNA. So now your cousin up the street who maybe did something who's free day, day to going to jail now. Everybody going to jail. Like,
So
no.
So what you're saying is that they're going to implement things to keep us from getting it.
Yes, because even people keep saying like we're not a community. Black people are a community. Y'all stop saying that. But they're gonna get the DNA stuff. They're gonna
hold on real quick, Miss Barbara. I don't know what you said, but Miss Barbara, don't get cussed out. It's Juneteenth. Don't get cussed out. All right, keep going, Margot.
But I was crying laughing when she was. I was like, please don't tell me I'm not.
Thank you, Kay and Destiny. I appreciate y'all. But,
yeah, but here's the thing. I don't think people even realize that America can do it. They gave it to Japanese people after World War II. They can do it. If they've not done it thus far, they're not going to do it. And even if they did, they would implement so many things that don't make any sense. It'll be like, oh well, your great grandfather had to be on a slave plantation for 6 years, or this area gets it. Why people trying to like that? They're gonna make sure everything is. I mean, look at MAGA. Like what? Yeah, it's not gonna be. But I was thinking like maybe if it was put in a sense of like inheritance versus reparations, right?
You mean like change the name of it?
Change the names, which will change what we need to.
And I think we had this conversation a few years ago. I was like, we can call it potato salad. And I would be fine with that. Like, no matter what they want to call it, as long as it, does what it's supposed to do. Also, I think you're the perfect person for me to say this too. I'm not against, Caribbeans, Africans, whatever, getting their reparations. I just feel like it needs to come from the people that colonized them.
Yeah, but I've also never heard any Africans say they want reparations. Like, I also want people to realize, like, everyone who thinks that. I was saying this to like my stepfather. I was like, what's the one thing that an abusive person does? They isolate you. Black folks are isolated. Miss Barbara to come on the panel and be like, I'm an African. That's literally what they want you to do. Because realistically, we get our reparations back home. You see, homie, the president, we're getting our stuff back. But like, can you imagine the fact that white folks have planned this out? They are isolating everybody. If we were to stand together as people, what did I do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
Do you think they kind of draw discourse so we can separate ourselves and so we can't come together? Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely, because when I was living in Ghana, to be honest, the only Black show, thank God I'm was born in Maryland. I lived here most of my life, but the only shows I saw were like Love and Hip Hop. That's literally all they play, or Oprah or Jerry Springer. So everyone assumes Americans are rowdy, and I had to be like, nah, that's not how
they don't get representation of all of us.
Exactly, and so that's why I'm saying, like, also that was a different generation that thought these ways. I was born here. I don't think that way, and I've not heard any of my counterparts think that way. That's a different generation. Either you won't come on, stick beside us or not.
It's kind of like how over us over here, all we see is feed a child $1 a day. Exactly. And so this is what we think. Like we think, oh, y'all starving and stuff like that. But no, it's like y'all have just regular cities and shit like that. Well, let me say they, because you over here, but they have cities, states, like they have a regular functioning countries over there. Like they're not all third world, but because of the perception of what they show us, we think, oh, this is all they are.
So then imagine what they're showing the Africans on the other side, the Caribbean on the other side. If you are being able to see this, imagine what they're showing to other people. It's
Right.
real simple. It's just
Yeah.
like they're doing it on purpose. America's
No.
an abusive country. They're abusing
Now,
Black
you
people.
had said something about like Africans are getting their reparations. Can you
Well,
explain
we
that?
can expect that from the UK ASAP. We've already done, like most. I mean, they have like the so I'm Guinean. They have like the Golden Throne. We getting that back. It's coming back. The homeboy over there, all the African leaders bringing all that stuff back. But my thing is like, it's because eventually, mind you, he's born in the well, he's born over there, but he was raised in the States. But my thing is like, someone had to shut up and be like, everyone shut up, everyone shut up. We don't need to be fighting over this.
Yeah, I think like all the stuff that the Queen stole from y'all. That's why I didn't feel bad when the Queen passed away, because after knowing the history of the royals and shit like that, I'm all like, why do you guys like these people? Like, I'm glad that Meghan Markle took her biracial ass over there and fucked up the castle, and now they all fight. I love that Meghan Markle did that.
No, not the girls are fighting. Yes.
Yeah, all Meghan Markle did was show up, and it drew all this controversy and discourse. I love it. I love it.
Right? She showed up hella lights and talking about what color the baby gonna be? White? The baby, like, the baby, right? And you know what? They play the long game because low key, that their second kid can run for president now. Like, yeah, I'm like, oh, the UK play the long game, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree
Also,
with that.
being Guinean, I am Black. I don't understand why people think that African is not Black. My race is Black. My ethnicity is Guinean. My nationality is American. It's just that simple.
Yeah. No. No. Cammy, she's Black. Like, yeah. I don't.
Black as hell.
Yeah. No. She's telling you that she was born in Maryland, but her nationality is Ghanaian.
American. My nationality is American.
American because you're born in America, but her family is from Ghana.
Yeah,
so
my ethnicity is Ghanaian.
Yeah. Do you have dual citizenship?
Pardon?
Do you have dual citizenship?
I'm in South Africa. My little brother has Ghana. I have South Africa.
Oh, you have South Africa. Okay.
Yeah, my little brother has Ghana, and my sister has.
You're the perfect person. So, is there a white genocide in South Africa?
There's no damn white genocide in South Africa. Oh my God! I was like, they killing white folks? Really? That's some crazy work. Cause I'm not getting any phone calls. Like, what you mean? No, there's no genocide. This is white folks realizing America's hard. Lord, no. Elon's skinny little Voldemort looking stuff can go away. Like, he's barely African. I'm a Black person. No, sir. No. You are a whole Caucasian coonery. Leave me alone. I don't like you. Neither does the orange man, apparently. Yeah.
And I hope those South Africans are having a hard time over here. I hope they.
I hope not either. You guys, it's Juneteenth. We celebrate everybody. I just want everyone to like chill. Because also, do you ever think about the fact that like there's gonna be a possibility, like you do your DNA test to get the reparations, right? And then you come out like 80% Nigerian. What's stopping someone who's like me, who's South African Ghanaian, from also getting reparations? There's so many things in place that it's like it's gonna be hard to do.
Well, they would trace your lineage.
Most people didn't even have the same name after slavery was over, so the slave catchers wouldn't catch them. That's literally a thing. So I'm like, how you have to give your DNA in a sense, and it have to go all the way back. What white person wants to talk about slavery in the government?
Well, none of them do. That's the thing. No, we gotta make these motherfuckers talk about it and do something about it.
What's 2025? Come on now. Everybody went to Ghana, had a good time. Why? Because we're all together. I just want everyone to realize that, like, we're all together, and there's things in place that make us feel like we're not.
Like the FBAs and stuff like that.
Yeah, and also just like I'm not sure about this, but I feel like some people who be scamming get the most money come to Ghana because y'all be acting crazy.
What's going on in Ghana?
I don't know. So growing up in Ghana, I started like clubbing at like 12, right? But there was no such thing as like there was no gun violence. Essentially, there was such thing as gun violence, but there was no gun violence. There was nothing like crazy going on. And I feel like, I'm like, are white folks sending y'all back here to Ghana to prove a point? Because that's not how Black people work. No. Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like my generation, first generation Americans, we are different because you can't tell on the street if I'm getting in or not. Like, so we've all had to deal with stuff, but that doesn't mean that I've never heard one African person say, I want America's reparation for Black people. That's some crazy work. No one's doing that.
Yeah, like you're not trying to get reparations for Black America. Like you're not trying to steal it or take it from us. Like you understand that the reparations will have to come from the people, the royal family.
Meghan Markle cousin, Meghan Markle mom-in-law.
Meghan Markle people. Yeah,
but
just like Haiti need to get their money from France.
But can you imagine if all the Black diaspora, we all got together, we was like, we knocking everybody off. What's going on? Like, what's good? We want our money or not? If that happened, it would be like genuinely crazy. But they don't want that to happen. That's literally what you're seeing. So this reparations conversation is a conversation to be like, oh no, we're not like this. Well, who's gonna get it? Who's gonna do it? No, nothing like that.
So you believe if we all push together, like to go after the countries that got you?
1,000%.
I'm not mad at that,
and it would work. I'm not gonna lie. When the Cat Williams was like, if I'm doing wrong, I'm staring at you. I'm not looking for on my own back, right? I was like, yeah, they're staring at us because they know we can. If we all came together, they would not know what to do with themselves. I mean, besides maybe take a shower every once in a while, but like, it's okay.
And Roxy, you are right about that. It started with the Spaniards, yes, but Spaniards are also Caucasian. All the Caucasians give us our motherfucking money, bitch. So it's all the Caucasians. So when but it's all European white motherfuckers give us our motherfucking reparations, bitch. Okay, keep going.
I'll be with you, bro. I'm like, you're not right, bro.
No, I understand what she's saying. I get the nuance, but you white motherfuckers give us our motherfucking reparations.
Yo, so not you being okay, Margot, and then keep
But
they all white. They white to me.
Yeah, that did start with slavery, but we have to think about the French, the Germans, all the white countries give us our motherfucking reparations.
My last name was an Arthur because
all Europeans give us our motherfucking reparations. We ain't discriminating. We were just specifically talking about Ghana because that has to do with London and all that. Are y'all still in the Commonwealth shit? Or y'all?
Absolutely, we were the first country to get independence. No.
Oh, okay. Y'all not.
And my grandfather fought for that too. So absolutely not.
Got out of that shit too, right?
Who did?
Jamaica. I think they're not with.
I think so, but they're bonding with Ghanaian people right now. That's like a whole bonding thing, and I don't understand why everyone's concentrating on the one thing that's not working for us. But I think Jamaica did it. I also want you guys, like everyone, if you have a second, just go and look up Japanese reparations.
Oh, look it up. We talked about that a little bit, how the Japanese got reparations.
Look it up and find whoever was the one who filed for all of that, and we just move forward from this. But
like use they plan on how they did it, and then
yeah.
I really have to look into how they're going about doing this and what they, because me and Smooth before you came out, we were just talking about how they're doing all this studying. Okay, what are they exactly studying? I don't see what you need to study for.
What are you studying slavery? We got you want to watch Roots? Like, what you want to study for? Like, what is happening?
Yeah, I want what is all this goddamn studying? We've been studying for the last motherfucking,
for decades at this point. Y'all been studying long as not. What? No,
studying. I don't get the damn.
They're not studying nothing. They're studying a way to F everybody over. They're going to either highly tax it, so what you get for reparations is not going to be enough, while they DNA test you, so all your family's in the system now. And let's say they want to do like a new medical study, since DNA's in the system. Why not? I'm like, I need people to think past the part of like, we're your reparations, so like the part of like, how does this actually unfold? Because they will DNA test. It's the only way. I can say I'm from New Orleans. People, last name Arthur. I got a very Caucasian last name. Yes, and get reparations. They're gonna DNA test the F out of everybody. So then also, does the reparation just go to one person in the family?
No, it goes to everybody. It goes from
what my daughter get it. Let's say Black American.
0 month old to 100 and something. Like everybody,
so every single person gets a check.
At least that's the way. Hold on, let me ask the chat. Chat. When it comes to reparations, everybody gets a check, right? Not just like per family. Everybody gets the check, right? Hold on. Let's do a 30-second countdown. 30 seconds. $18 and over.
Oh.
Everyone, no underage should go in a trust.
Okay.
You know, I've never thought about this question before. I was under the impression everybody get a check. Okay, Shonda's on my side. I was under the impression everybody get a check. I was never under the impression that it had an age limit. Well,
Right,
listen, I figured there's going to be some kind of restriction. You got to have like an 800 credit score or something.
Right.
I know it's going to be some.
They're gonna make sure everybody has their information. They're not gonna let it go easily. Come on now.
Yeah. Okay, maybe
also,
18 and older to be okay. 18 and older, but for younger, it goes in a trust, and then they can get their reparations out when they turn 18. But it's in that case, then yeah, it should go to everyone. But you don't get your physical money until you turn 18.
So it's a one-time check for all these years. Would you not want to have?
If it's a one-time big check, but if it's going to be, if it's less than $1 million, then it needs to be multiple checks. But you know, if we gonna get like, you know, each like a cool 5 mil, 10 mil, it can be one lump sum.
You think the American government is gonna give black folks 5 million AT2? Come on now. It's not what you drinking tonight. You think the US of A, who voted in a transracial orange, because that man is not white anymore, he's orange. But do you think they're gonna write a check for 5 mil for every single black person?
They should. Do I think so? No. But should?
Absolutely not.
Yes.
So let's fight for something else. Free housing, free healthcare, better school systems, something that's actually tangible long term.
Yeah, I'm fine with that, but we also need a check too.
Child, they leave me out. They're not gonna Trump gonna be like, go to your black address. What are you saying black? I'd be all offended, like, oh my God, like why does it say so hard? Black. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, that's why I always say Caucasian like that, because they always be like, black, you know.
I'd be like male people.
They always say it like that, so I'll go Caucasian.
But you know, just how the white folks be like, I have a black friend, I'm not racist. I have a black ex-wife, I'm not racist as hell. Y'all are mayo. Stop it. Black. Leave me alone. But I really want to think about. Also, can people stop saying this weird rumor? I don't understand how people don't know how the equator works. The equator makes darker skinned people. Black folks were in America, probably by skin color if they were near the equator. Like that doesn't. I don't. We were here first. Okay. I don't know if that's 1,000% true, but if you're near the equator, you're gonna be darker. God is literally directly in the equator. I'm dark skinned.
Well, I know for me, what I was talking about is that they found evidence that there were Africans already here, just like in South America. They found, yeah. Like Africans have always, like, here's the thing. Certain history books, like in other countries, it just starts when they talk about American history, it just starts out with slaves. They don't go like, oh, the Middle Passage and stuff. Like, it just starts out like, boom, they were here.
Exactly. I didn't even know what the Middle Passage was until I went to college. I was like, I'm from Maryland. I'm a very PG County proud. We were the richest black per capita for money. And so I grew up around black folks being successful, but I had no idea the Middle Passage existed. And I was going to private school. I was like, I know it existed. I didn't know what it was called. I was like, yeah, slave ships. And someone was like, no, it's called the Middle Passage. I was like, oh, damn.
Yeah. And it's always been a conversation, like, because wasn't it like 30 million Africans from that they allegedly transported from Africa? Like, that's a lot of, like, how many ships were they building and like how fast were they building these ships? So it's always been a conversation when it comes to like, okay, were we here, or did they really transport that many Africans from? And of course, I'm not one of those people who say, "Oh no, slavery." I mean, not slavery, but cattle slavery from Africa didn't happen. I'm not one of those people.
Yeah, and I agree. Slavery absolutely happened. One, because my dad's from Cape Coast. That's where they were setting out the slaves. The slave house was literally 5-20 maybe steps from my dad's house, where he grew up.
Yeah.
They also have the Portuguese one on the side. Yeah.
Because don't forget, we were in Spain. We were in Europe before slavery. Like, we were in Europe and everything like that. That's why I said, Black people, we are the first humans.
Yeah, of course. Obviously,
and Greek, everything. We was there.
We were 1,000% there, but I think people aren't realizing that things were still happening. People were taking ships. People were going on adventures. It wasn't like America just stopped and was like, or the country, the world just stopped and was like, "Oh, we're not doing any more traveling." You think that no one traveled? That doesn't even make sense. That doesn't make sense. But Black folks, yeah, being in the States, that makes sense because of the equator. Like, I'm in Las Vegas right now. It's hot as hell. If I was a white person, consistently, genetics. There's just, I hate this argument, but it's just common sense at this point.
Right. They would fry up. Just like, that's why, white people, they think they were in the Bible. No, you weren't. You would have been fried
Absolutely
to a crisp.
Not. Absolutely not.
You would have been fried to a crisp.
But that's what they're telling everybody, right?
In the lands, and no.
But that's what they're telling everybody. And I don't know about you, but I definitely grew up seeing white Jesus. I was like, "Oh, Jesus not white?"
Yeah, seeing white Jesus.
And it's working. That's what's pissing me off, because it's working. It's working so well.
The way they done took over Christianity and made us believe that Jesus had blue eyes and this curly long hair and all this other stuff.
Jesus was Swedish, apparently. Everybody in the country wasn't blue eyed, but he was specifically. Oh, okay, that makes so much more sense. No.
Right. But they ain't ready for that conversation. We gonna go somewhere else.
They've had the conversation. They just want us to listen to it.
Right. But Margot, thank you for coming up. I appreciate you.
2 years from now, we're doing it again.
Yeah, another 2 years. I love you, Margot. Thank you for coming. That was a good conversation, y'all. Thank you, everybody, for coming up and having that conversation. And trust me, it seemed like everybody in the chat was good except Miss Barbara. So I'm happy that the chat wasn't too wild. And y'all know how Miss Barbara get down, so don't even act shocked, y'all. But I appreciate y'all so much for being here. This was a great conversation. I do have the Wendy. Well, now we found out that Wendy Williams is not even within the lawsuit, but Kevin Hunter had filed it on behalf of Wendy. I do have the lawsuit, so I do want to talk about that tonight. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a little breather for a minute, but I'm gonna start the show right now. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the show. It was great. Thank you so much. Happy Juneteenth, everybody. Excuse me. Hopefully y'all are safe at home by now. Or hey, if you out partying, just be safe. That's all I can ask. I love y'all, but we out of here. Deuces, everybody. We out. Damn, where am I out? Okay, here we go. Bye.